Hello, welcome to Oxford Heirlooms. Today, this is an introduction to project number 7. What we're going to be creating this time is a diaper shirt and a diaper cover for a little lady. Now, this is the sketch that I made up for project number 7. It's going to have a little diaper shirt with 4 little pearl buttons down the front, and then it's going to have some hand embroidery in between each of the 4 buttons. It'll have a sweet little diaper cover that buttons on either side. Okay, now the pattern that I'm going to be using. This is the diaper shirt pattern from the Children's Corner pattern, Hand Sewing 2. It's their diaper shirt with a little diaper cover. I think this pattern is out of print, but if you look around on eBay or Etsy, you might be able to find it. Or even, raid your mother's stash of patterns or your grandmother's stash of patterns, because there may be someone in your family who bought this pattern years ago and they may never have used it. Okay, now the materials list for this particular project. You're going to need a 1 1/4 yard of white Swiss batiste, 4 1/2 yards of 1/2 inch white French edging lace, 4 yards of white Swiss entredeaux, 8 each of 1/4 inch pearl buttons. I'm going to be using some 818 DMC embroidery floss along with 369 DMC embroidery floss. So let me go over the materials. I've got my 1 1/4 yard of white Swiss batiste. I've got about 4 1/2 yards of 1/2 inch white Swiss edging lace. Now this is not Moline lace, but it is directional, so I'll have to watch out for that. I got about 4 yards of white Swiss entredeaux, 8 each of 1/4 inch pearl buttons. I've got my pink 818 DMC embroidery floss and my green 369 DMC embroidery floss. And a few other things that I'll be using. You'll need to have some white thread to go with your white batiste and your white laces. We will be using these specialty scissors again. These are used for trimming lace and trimming entredeaux. I'll be using a friction erasable pen, and I'll also be using a very small 3 to 3 1/2 inch springform hoop, embroidery hoop. Okay, so that's what you'll need. Okay, now I will include a link down below for some of these items. For instance, the specialty scissors are not available in big box stores. The white thread, I don't recommend using some of the thread that they sell at the big box stores because the thread isn't smooth down the length of the thread. It sometimes has some slugs in it, and you don't want that on you don't want the slugs to show, particularly when we're sewing lace on. I'll include a link for, like I said, the scissors, the thread, an embroidery hoop, and the friction erasable pens, because some of these things they're not readily available at all of the big box stores. Okay, so this is an introduction to project number 7, a diaper shirt and a diaper cover for a little lady. Thank you. Okay, like I said, this is an introduction to project number 7, and in the next video, we'll be cutting out the pattern pieces and transferring pattern markings, and then getting ready to do some hand embroidery. Now, I will have a hand embroidery design that I will include in the next video, but I don't have that ready yet. Thank you.